Hi, this is Beth, and this story is called The Clinking, Clanking, Lowesleaf, and it's a German tale. There once was a king who lived with his queen and his 3 lovely daughters. One day, the king wanted to go buy something at the fair, so he asked his 3 lovely daughters what they would like for him to bring them. The eldest daughter said that she would like a spinning wheel made of gold. The middle daughter asked if her father could bring her a yarn reel made of gold. The third and youngest daughter asked only for a clinking, clanking lowesleaf. So the king went off to the fair and bought what he had wished to buy, and he bought what he had needed for his 2 eldest daughters, but he was saddened because he could not find a clinking, clanking lowesleaf for his youngest child. On his way back home, he stopped under a large birch tree where there was a large black poodle lying under the tree. The king was bemoaning the fact that he could not find a lowesleaf for his beloved child, and the poodle asked what was the matter. After describing his problem, the poodle said, "I can help you with this, as the clinking, clanking lowesleaf grows in this tree. But a year and a day from now, you must give me the first thing that you greet when you reach home." The king thought about this, and deciding that it would probably just be his own dog, he said, "All right." So the poodle climbed up into the tree and retrieved for him the clinking, clanking lowesleaf. Happily, the king made his way home, and upon his arrival, his youngest daughter rushed out to greet him happily, as her father had just arrived home. The king shoved her out of the way in despair, as she would now be what he must give the poodle. So for a year and a day, the king grieved and grew thinner and paler, and his daughter did not know what was the matter. The king talked to his wife, and they decided that they would play a trick on the poodle. And so they dressed up the goose girl in their daughter's clothes. And on the day that the poodle came to their house, the goose girl was ready. The poodle knocked on the door, and upon seeing the girl, asked her to sit upon his tail, and she would be carried away. They were carried away to that same birch tree, wherein the dog asked the girl who she was, and she told him that she was the daughter of the goose herder. Upon hearing this, the poodle was angry and took her back. The king and queen dressed up the broom binder's daughter in even finer clothes, and the poodle asked her to sit on his tail, and she would be taken away. Again, they arrived at the tree, and the poodle asked the girl who she was. She told him that she was the daughter of the broom maker, and he was very displeased and took her back to the king and queen. He threatened them and said that if they did not provide him with the right girl, they would regret it. So he took their daughter and asked her to sit on his tail, and he would carry her away. And instead of taking her to the tree, he took her all the way to a little house where he left her. The girl was very lonely, and she wished for company. There were lots of animals around who would talk to her, but there were no people, as there was an enchantment placed upon the house. So she wished for anyone to talk to, even a beggar woman. The beggar woman came and said that if she wanted to be free of this house and for her kindness to be rewarded, she had to do several things. The poodle was actually a prince in disguise, and she would have to refuse him entrance to her room for 3 nights. On the 3rd night, while he is sleeping, The girl was to take his poodle suit and burn it, and then say words at her wedding, which I can't remember right now. The girl did what the old woman asked. For 3 nights, the prince begged entrance to her room, and she denied him each time. Then she found his poodle skin and burned it. He was transformed into a handsome prince, and they were married. The enchantment was lifted upon the house and the surrounding forest, and the young princess, or now queen, gave the old woman who had helped her place at the table and asked for her to share her food and drink. And I believe that is a version of Beauty and the Beast. And that is the end of my tale.